Today we're going to be calculating the perimeter of a range of 2D shapes. This might feel like it doesn't quite fit into your addition and subtraction unit that you're doing at the moment, but just hold fire, it will work. How are you going to be successful today? You're going to use your previous knowledge of 2D shapes and their properties. You're going to use your knowledge of addition and multiplication and subtraction towards the end, and you're going to apply your knowledge to solve some problems. So first of all, a little recap. What is perimeter? The perimeter is a distance all the way around the outside of a 2D shape. So that answers my next question. Which shapes can have a perimeter? Only a 2D shape can have a perimeter. A 2D shape is one that is drawn, because if you can pick a shape up, it is 3D. Even a piece of paper is 3D because I can pick it up. It has 3 dimensions. A drawing on a piece of paper, however, would be a 2D shape. I can't grab that drawing. So how do I calculate perimeter then? Well, calculating perimeter, all I'm doing is adding up the distance of all of the sides. Now today we're going to be looking at regular shapes to start with. So first of all, the first thing I need to notice is that on my shape I have these little lines. Now if there is a side to your shape that has a line on it, then that tells me that those two sides are the same length. So for example, on this triangle here, I've got two lines there, so those two sides, this side here and this side here, are the same length, so they will both be 5 centimetres. I can see that there. So to calculate the perimeter of the triangle that I have down here, is I'm going to add up those sides. 5 add 5 add 8, 5 add 5 is 10, add 8, 18. The only way I can get the correct answer is if I also have my units, centimetres. So 18 centimetres will be the perimeter of that shape there. Let's have a look at calculating the perimeter when I don't know all the sides. Or actually, do I? I can see here that this side is labelled 7 centimetres and it has a little line on it, which tells me that that side is the same length as all the other sides with those little lines on them. There, 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 and there. You can see that all the sides have the same little lines, so they are all the same length. 7 centimetres here, 7 centimetres here, 7 there, and 7 centimetres there. So to find the perimeter of this shape now, I'm going to do 7, add 7, add 7, add 7, add 7. And a nice quick way to speed that up a little bit is I can do 7 multiplied by how many sides there are, giving me 35 centimetres. Okay. We are focusing mainly on addition and subtraction today. So multiplication not a problem. If you do 7 add 7 add 7 add 7 add 7, that is absolutely fine, but there is a quicker way there. What about this one? How about this regular octagon? Now this time, there are no little lines, but the clue to tell me that all these sides are the same length is in the question. If a shape is regular, that straight away tells me that all sides are the same length. All sides the same. So that is effectively just as good as putting all of these little lines on it. So this time I have one side is 11 centimetres, so they're all 11 centimetres. I know it's an octagon, which is 8 sides. So I can either do 11, add 11, add 11, and so on, all the way to make sure I have 8 of them, or I can just do it 11 times 8, 88 centimetres. So there's a quick little warm-up. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video. We get a load, brilliant. Pause the video, I'll let you have a go at task 1 and task 2, finding the perimeter of these shapes here. When you're ready for task 3, press play again and we will go through that. Okay, hopefully that went really well for you. How do I now calculate the perimeter if I don't know all the lengths of this shape? So first of all, I don't have a regular shape here, this is an irregular shape. I've got all the sides different lengths, and this is also known as a compound shape, because if I were to split this shape up, it is made up of 2 rectangles. So a compound shape is made up of two separate shapes, and this time it's two rectangles. Now straight away I notice that I want to add up all the sides. I can do 12 add 8, easy, I could do, then add 7, then I can add 6, but I've got a problem. I've got a missing side there, and I have a missing side here. So in order to add up all of the sides, I need to figure out what those sides are. Let's start with my vertical on the brown side here. I know that this vertical one goes from the very top of the shape to the very bottom of the shape. So let's have a look at what other two sides take me from the very top to the very bottom. Well, if I look on the right hand side, I've got 8 centimetres that takes me some of the way. And then to get the remainder of the way, I can see that I have 6 centimetres will get me the remainder of the way. And if it allows me to, I could drag that line all the way across, and you can see how it would take me from the top to the bottom. And those two brown lines are the same length. So my missing length, my brown's length down here, this missing one, oh no, not going to work for me, there we go, I could label it X for the moment. That missing length is going to be the 8 add the 6. So 8 add 6, nice and easy, is 14. So here we go. I can now go about that because I know the value of it, 14 centimetres. Now let's have a look at finding my pink side down here. Now I know that at the top, going from left to right, is 12 centimetres. So let's have a look at what two sides go from complete left to complete right. So I can see that, hold on, the one I need to find takes me some of the way, and the 7 takes me the rest of the way. So if I know that from all the way the left hand side to all the way the right hand side is 12, and I know that some of the way is 7, then I can do 12 take away 7, and that will give me the bit I need. So 12 subtract 7 is 5. So this one down here must be 5 centimetres. Now I have all of the sides, I can add them all up. I'm going to add them up. You could look at, you could do a column method, but adding 6 numbers up in a column method can be quite tricky and very long. So I'm going to use a little bit of mental maths here. So I could do 12 add 8, I know is nice and easy, gives me 20. I'm going to look at see if I've got any other pairs that give me nice easy numbers. I've got 14 and 6. 14 add 6. Also it gives me 20, so I'm going to be adding those two together at the end. And then finally I've got 7 and 5. 7 add 5 gives me 12. So now I'm looking at adding up all of those. Nice and 52. Remembering my units, 52 centimetres. What I like to do now is to pause the video and then have a go at task 3, number 1 and number 2. When you get to number 3, calculate the length of side A. Play the video again and I will go through that. So, how do I calculate the length of one side when I'm given a perimeter? Now I'm going to be working backwards. This is when your subtraction comes in. If I know the distance all the way around the whole shape is 62 centimetres, I can then subtract all of the sides I know, the 16, the 15, the 10, the 9, the 6, and that will leave me with the one I don't know. Now I could take them individually. I could do 62 take away 10 to get me 52, I could take away 9 to get me 43, I could do that, or I could do it in a slightly quicker way. Let's add up all of these sides I know and then take that total away from the perimeter. So nice easy then. Let's think of ones same as I did in the last one. 15 add 10 gives me a nice easy calculation to do, not 35. I say it's a nice easy calculation. 25. Let's have a look at maybe then adding the 9, because I can add 10 and take away 1. So 25 add 9 is 34. Oh, that works now with my 6, because 34 add 6 is 40. and then I just need to add my 16 on. So 40 add 16 equals 56. Now I don't mind how you add all those up, but I would strongly suggest you adding them up before you do your subtraction. So now, if I take the whole perimeter all the way around and I subtract all of the sides I know, then it's going to leave me with what is left, 6 centimeters. Okay, good way to check would be to, once you've labelled it, is I can add them all up again. Your task now, look at question 3, question 4. Have a go at working backwards with them. You can see how question 4 goes into decimals slightly. Once you've done that, I'm sure you've already seen all answers are at the bottom.